Hello, everybody, on this Friday afternoon, just turning 12 o'clock in the afternoon on Friday. Not looking too bad out there. Looks like it's around 77 degrees. Warm day out. We should get up into the 80s, maybe mid 80s in some spots, depending on the cloud cover. But it looks like most of us will go up into the 80s today, so it'll be pretty warm. Winds have been gusting out of the west southwest around 8 miles per hour, so it's not been too crazy out. But of course, we'll be keeping an eye on those storms, and let's go ahead and get started, of course, and we'll take a look at the radar out across the area. Not seeing a lot on radar, just some showers out to the west, honestly. Continuing to move off to the northeast, but other than that, just some clouds out, pretty heavy clouds out at times, and that's what it's going to continue to be today. Let's look at the forecast. Looks like, of course, today there'll be a 20 to 70% chance of storms. Basically, later on this evening, later on this afternoon, evening hours, we could get around a 20% chance, but then that goes on up into a 70% chance as we get on into the overnight and Friday or Saturday morning, rather. Keep in mind, some of those storms could be severe. It is a lower threat for North Alabama, with a better threat being up to the north around Tennessee and further north. That being said, though, for today, looks like again severe threat overnight. Highs around 85, low 67. For your Saturday, there will be a chance of some severe storms later on, or actually into the morning hours. Only a 30% chance of that. Highs 84, low 66. Basically, overnight, things start to wind down a bit, with the best chance of any real significant severe weather being over northwest Alabama. And Sunday looks like a 70% chance of more showers or storms as we have another system come in. Highs around 80, low 65. For your Monday, only a 20% chance of showers or storms. Highs 84, low 67. And keep in mind, we will have some more systems come in, of course, one on Sunday. Then we'll have another one around the 22nd time frame. But the thing is, we got a really strong cold front for this time of year, or cool front. Don't really call them cold fronts as we're getting into the summertime. They're referred to cool fronts, but this one's going to be strong. We'll get to that in a minute. Let's look at the high resolution model showing this big line of showers of storms moving in. And it looks like it gets into northwest Alabama somewhere between 11 o'clock and midnight tonight. And then continues on to the southeast. Looks like it gets into our area. Looks like that was around 2 a.m., maybe 3, 4 a.m. in the morning, and then pushes to the south. Hazards with this, of course, we'll take a look at that, would be there is a threat, low threat. We're on a marginal risk here in DeKalb County with a level 1 risk for DeKalb. And a level 2 risk for areas further north and northwest around Huntsville, northwest and northern portions of Jackson County. Slight risk, and then of course further north you go, the worse it gets. So parts of Tennessee under an enhanced level 3, and then further than that, level 4 risk for today. So just pretty nasty stuff up there. Tornado risk looks like it hangs out around northwest Alabama, Huntsville, northwest portions of Jackson County. We'll have to watch that area. Also, looking down here for the damaging wind threat, 5% risk here in our area. That excludes the north and northwest portions of Jackson. They're under a little higher threat. Same thing with the hail. This 1 inch diameter hail. We could see some of that too, but it's a pretty low risk for our area. So how much rainfall do we expect? Well, 24-hour rainfall totals show pretty decent amounts to the northwest and north, with kind of weakening out a bit as it moves further southeast. Overall, we could see, close to an inch. Some areas could see close to an inch. Of course, that's less than an inch, but I'm giving my opinion on some of the models I've seen. Some areas could see closer to an inch. Others probably not going to see very much out of it. Now, looking at the timing on all this, looks like, of course, around 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. So rather 10 p.m. in northwest Alabama and 5 a.m. for northeast Alabama. Have a little bit better timing here. I've got that up too. Hazards will be damaging winds, hail, and a brief tornado. Here's an exact timing from the Weather Service office. Of course, confidence is increasing that the timing for severe storms will be late this evening through early Saturday morning. Still some uncertainties with it. Looks like 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. northwest Alabama, 12 a.m. to 3 a.m. Fayetteville, Huntsville, Coleman areas, and then northeast Alabama to DeKalb County around 2 a.m. to 5 a.m. time frames. It's going to be a late overnight. So for all everybody that's been saying, "Hey, it's way too rainy around here. We need some dry weather." Well, not only are we going to potentially get some drier weather, we know how these patterns can flip flop, but this cold front coming in is very, very strong. Cool front. I have to correct myself every time with it. Cool front's going to be very strong, and it's supposed to come in, give us well below average temperatures further out. But right now, 21st to 25th time frame, looks like we average out with temperatures. It will be cooler, the humidity will go down, and it will dry out if everything goes to plan. And then potentially we could get some below average temperatures, well below average temperatures for this time of year with this system here. Rainfall, as you see to the northeast, we kind of average out here when it comes to rainfall. The 8 through 14 day outlook showed us drying out. So we may get that period of dry weather that everybody's been wanting. I know there is some heat waves going on further to the southwest, which is going to be over, I believe, around Texas. Some really bad stuff. We don't want them heat waves. We definitely don't want those death ridges and heat waves coming in. Hopefully they stay away. Those things cause big problems, fires, droughts, everything else. Hopefully those stay completely away from here. But all right, everybody, thanks so much. Going to wrap it up here with our sponsor, Mr. Dylan Snyder at Alabama Living Real Estate. For all your real estate needs, you can give him a call at 256-979-4330. And also RKG Automotive Group, you can give them a call at 256-323-7323. Also check them both out on Facebook. And I do appreciate them sponsoring me, helping me keep the bills paid here on the page because they are very expensive these days. Also, if you'd like to say a thank you for my time, that is one thing that I do not get paid for at all. So if you'd like to say a thank you, the Cabot CWX, you can send that in. And have my Cash App. Other than that, have a blessed day, everybody. Be safe and be weather aware. And also know that things can change. So we'll continue to monitor the situation today. Get out and enjoy the day. Looking pretty good out there. And just have a good day. Thanks again. God bless. See you on the next update.